Alrighty, with one gym badge in hand and a group of crazy lunatics trying to liberate Pokemon, I think it's time to head to Route 3. Before you even make it to Route 3 though, there is a small little segment of the city here. This is technically a part of the city, but it's kind of just there. It's like a little park. You can grab the Great Ball, and if you tried to advance beyond this point earlier, the guy up above would stop you, because he's a jerk. Oh my goodness, TMs, we can use them millions and millions of times. I want to say that guy over there actually gives you the fishing rod, but I might be wrong. I kind of forget who gives you that. Whoa, shiny gym badge! Wow! Alright, Route 3. Before we go anywhere on Route 3, the first thing that you come across is the Daycare right here, and Pokemon Daycare. We take care of your very, very, oh so dear precious Pokemon because we want to get paid and make a living. What? That isn't supposed to be on the sign. If you want to ever raise your Pokemon and you're bored of training and you know you're going to be running around a lot, you can drop off some daycare, or you could drop off some of your Pokemon here, and the daycare lady will take care of them. Pretty much you get an experience point for every step you take, so bam, 1 experience point, 2 experience points. That's pretty much how the system works. It's good for training weak Pokemon, but much after that it's not really that helpful. Over here is the daycare. And if you are unhealthy for whatever reason, you can talk to this lady and she'll heal them up rather than having to run all the way back to the Pokemon Center. And that's something kind of new with Pokemon Black and White. There is a lot of long strips of route and there's very little focus. I mean, it's a long way to go without healing. So sometimes now you'll run into people, occasionally doctors particularly, and if you battle them and win, then they'll heal up your Pokemon, and it's very convenient, especially because you probably don't want to head all the way back to the Pokemon Center. If you head over here, there is a couple battles to be fought. Yay! You're so precious around your Pokemon and children. Man, do I hate sleep. That's why this nursery is conveniently located right here so I can just heal up my Pokemon. That's probably your first time facing Muna in battle if you didn't fight any wild ones, so keep in mind they're Psychic type and that particular one likes to use Yawn. How wrong. The 3 Preschoolers here all have the monkeys, so like I said, you'll be seeing that trio frequently in a combination-like pattern with the trainers in the surrounding area. feel like the monkeys are just a poor, like, a much worse version of, like, something that's trying to mimic the evolutions. It's kind of a bummer. You there. Whoa, Hyper Beam! I'm firing my snow leopard! Liar. This slide is so weird. You could walk up and down it. You're supposed to go this way, but you can go this way. It's like you can defy the rules of the slide. You could just stand on this slide. What a poor design. I'm surprised they would have such a cheap product at this place. Anywho, I love this. I don't have to like go barely anywhere, and I don't have to listen to the nurse at the Poké Center just babble on about, you want me to heal your Pokemon? Yes? No? Twins! Hey, this is your first double battle. Double battles, if you can't tell by the name, is just a battle where you use two Pokemon against another. Typically, I mean, in third generation, it was always two trainers would ambush you at once. But it seems like they kind of went back to just the whole concept of having twins facing you. Anyway, when you come over this way, you again. Well, here we go, round 3. Cheren really hasn't changed his roster from last time. It's still his starter at the front line and then a Purloin following it. So if you had Snivy, he's going to have Tepig, level 14, Fire type, Blaze ability with the attacks Tail Whip, Ember, Odor Sleuth, and Defense Curl. I just realized this is a bad matchup. And I just realized I probably should have healed. Interesting. All three, despite, no matter what starter he's using, they all have an Oranberry attached to them. If you start out with Tepig, he's going to have Oshawott, level 14, Torn ability, Water type, with the attacks Tail Whip, Water Gun, Water Sport, and Focus Energy. And of course, if you start with Oshawott, you're going to end up facing Snivy. And Snivy's level 14 grass type with Overgrow ability. His moves are Leer, Vine Whip, Wrap, and Growth. Nothing you haven't seen before. And hopefully, if you're like me and you still only have your starter, he'll do something stupid. That wasn't really a good move on my choice, to be honest with you, Cheren. Hopefully, he'll do something stupid like use stupid, worthless moves. Darn that Oranberry. This isn't gonna end up... Whoa. Oh, I must have got the accuracy lower with Leaf Tornado. I always find it ironic with moves that lower accuracy, but yet they have low accuracy themselves. It's like... why? I don't get it. Well, it looks like Tepig is gonna fall without too much difficulty. I'm glad I don't have to worry about tackle having that 5% chance of missing, because it felt like in the old generations I always missed with tackle when I needed to hit most. Purloin, no matter who you start out with, he's going to have Purloin, level 12, Dark type with Unburden ability. Its attacks are Growl, Assist, Sand Attack, and Fury Swipes. Assist is still not really that useful, except it may pull off one of its starter's attacks. Generally though, again, Cheren, not that bad. You just faced him in the trainer school, so you should kind of expect the same thing. With him out of the way... Whoa, what's this? A mirror is evolving! Oh, no more Smugleaf. I really like the new animation screen. It kind of is like, whoa, the body is mutilating and falling apart into all these particles and reforming to something else. It's just a cool animation. Why do you act so surprised when you see me battle? Okay. Don't see that every day. Oh look. Bianca. So, group hug everyone, what's up? Can somebody explain already? Stop rambling. Speak! Okay. Well, first off, let me grab the item. Second off, it's probably in your best interest to head back to the daycare area and heal up your Pokemon, because naturally Cheren probably did a number on you. Especially if you only have one Pokemon like me and you haven't done any level grinding yet. After that, we are gonna take a little detour. Now this route splits into two paths. One leads to Dead End Cave and the other continues on. We're heading to the Dead End Cave first. By the way, just on the topic of being here, there is some new Pokemon in the grass here. The two particular ones are Pidove, which is your typical normal flying type Pokemon, because it wouldn't be a Pokemon game without a normal flying type Pokemon. And then the other is Blitzle, which is an electric type, which is pretty cool. I do like Blitzle, and on that note, I am going to make an attempt to catch one. Before I do that, I'm going to fight this battle, because I'm getting tired of wandering around near her. Some of the trainers in this game give you berries. I always thought that was kind of... I mean, sometimes it feels like it's a little bit weird having a trainer give you an item, because for 4 generations that's never happened. But it is nice to have a berry once in a while, although they do tend to be generally worthless unless it's like a berry, like a Rost berry. And if you're like me, you probably never carry burn hills around because burns are so infrequent. And there's the guy I was looking for, Blitzle. Of the early game Pokemon, I can't really speak because I haven't really tried everyone out so far, but it seems like Blitzle and Pidove make for some good early choices. Again, I mean, you might have one of the early 3 of Purloin, Patrat, and Lillipup. Lillipup was good. I did enjoy using that in my black run. So, I mean, there's some decent choices early on, but if you want like a little variety with an electric type Pokemon, or you might even want to be catching your third Pokemon by this point, that wasn't too difficult. Blitzle, keeping the theme of naming my Pokemon after the SS family. Blitzle will be named after Bolt, also known as Shining Bolt. And Bolt has been my very kind remixer over the years, helped me out a lot with Explorers of the Sky. Once you are done there, if you did fight that battle and you want to go heal, you always can. If not, you can speak to Cheren. And he's gonna be like, "Those crooks! They ran inside here. Are you okay?" "Yes, I'm okay." "Not really. I probably should go here."